Hi Ultimate Gardeners, welcome back to the Ultimate Gardening channel. My name is Emmanuel Arcegua, known as the Ultimate Gardener. In today's exciting sprouting video, I'm going to teach you guys the method I like to use on how to get a wide variety of plants for a cheaper price. So if you want to know every single detail behind it and how to actually plant these plants, please stay tuned with us. So Ultimate Gardeners, here I have a 12 count plug tray of dianthus that I bought at Lowe's for $12. So if you think of statistics wise, dianthus is a breed that is either sold in a small $2 quart size container or a $5 So Ultimate Gardeners, here I have a 12 count plug tray of red dianthus that I bought for $12 at Lowe's. If you think statistics wise, this dianthus is usually sold at a quart size pot for $2 or more, or a 1 gallon size container for $5 or more. Here I have these baby itty bitty plants that I bought for $12. If you think about it, you're technically getting one plant for free or maybe up to two, because the stock market values each plant and sells them based on their breed. And so dianthus, if you consider it, let's say the 1 quart size, which is $2, you're technically getting about 1 to 2 plants for free, and just this 12 size container for $12. So moving on to the actual plant, let's see if I could be able to take it out, because usually these plugs are connected right here. So let me see if I can take it out so I can show you guys what I mean of plugs. I've done multiple videos in the past about plugs, but yeah. So here, this is a small plug right here. So it's technically a baby plant that's either done propagated, which is mostly every plant here is done by propagation. It starts off as a small plant right here, and it's being sold as a small plant. And so a lot of gardeners just skip through this because they don't think much of it, or they don't have that much patience. And when planting these, you do have to wait a good time, whether it be a month or a few weeks, to be ready to actually use them in the garden, because it varies based on the breed of the plant. So I'm gonna bring the camera closer up a bit more and show you guys how I like to plant my dianthus right here, and what are the future plans for if I have to transplant it and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and move the camera. So Ultimate Gardeners, here I'm gonna show you, so like the previous plug I took out. So here you can see a clear vision of the small plant right here. And so you can see it has a good root system. It's well rooted. That's what we want. You don't want a leggy, non-well rooted plant, because that won't do good. So here I have a 1 quart size container right here that's usually used for a lot of annuals. And testing it, it does look like it would grow here pretty darn good. So this is gonna be its first beginner home. So let me go ahead and, first things first, fill it up with a bit of the topsoil I got, like so. I think I put a little bit too much. You want to put a little bit of a layer of soil below, but you also want to rough up these roots a little bit, because it does look like it's a bit root bounded. So you do want to do that. Then you're gonna top dress it in the sides, like so. Very easy to plant these. Doesn't take that much time. And they're very easy to take care of, and you get them at a cheaper price. So who doesn't love plants that are at a cheaper price? Because I do. I always try to look for bargains, so this is a huge bargain in my vision, like so. And then you pat it down, and then you want to go ahead and water it right away as soon as possible, because you don't want these baby plants to sit in dry soil, because it needs a bit of water. Because usually in all nurseries, they sort of mistreat plants, and you don't want to mistreat your own plant. So see how easy it is. You got a plant, you got 2 plants technically for free, and one of them you paid technically $1 for. So isn't that amazing? That's like crazy for. That's amazing. So let me go ahead and plant up all 12 that I got, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to care for them. So Ultimate Gardeners, all the plants or plugs have been planted, and look at this. This already looks like an amazing plant ready to be planted out in your garden. So now it's time for a care guide. So if the container says partial sun, or if it says full sun, If it's a partial shaded plant, I would recommend putting this in a full shade location until they establish new roots into their new home. If it's a full sun plant, then I would recommend planting it in a partial sun location so it can establish in its new home. All of these sunlight requirements are downgraded by 1 because if you put them in a scorching sun area and they're just baby plants rooting into the new area or the new home, they're gonna fry up because they're not used to getting high energy of heat and yet trying to establish roots in their new home. So you want to prevent that from happening. Second, you want to stay on top of watering at least every day, a little bit on each one. You don't want to overwater because if you overwater, the plants are going to die. You want to either put them in an area where they get humidity, which here in South Florida, it's amazing for that. Or you could go ahead and place them in an area where they could get sprinkler water, or you could just hose them off easily, just a 1, 2, 3 and you're done. But you don't want to sit there and constantly watering them every day. If you see that the soil is moist, skip a day of watering. If you see it's dried, water that day. That's my rule of thumb. You want to always be careful with these baby plants. Second of all, you want to stay on top of deadheading if it is required. If not, you don't have to worry about that. Second, fertilizing does play a huge role once they're baby plants, but once they're a bit more established. And I recommend the liquid fertilizer, the worm tea from the Vitality Worm Casting Tea from Vermisterra. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found something new in today's video, and hopefully you guys find this video interesting. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye guys.